But what is it that we're expecting? Because I asked myself this question: what is it that I should have been expecting, or what should I expect when I studied to the best of my ability whatever I could from the Deen? And is the position of an imam or an executive director of a masjid or a youth director or a resident scholar, is this all that I have available for me based on what I understand from the masjids or the organizations of the masjid? But the reason why that's very difficult when you're younger is because you actually don't know what the masjids are like. You actually have this huge, and you guys probably know this too, you probably felt this, you're really innocent, you're naive, you're like, man, I gotta change the world through this masjid. I gotta implement everything I can. I'm afraid I'm gonna forget whatever I learned. There's all these different ideas that come to your mind, right? So you do the best of your ability, and the closest thing to home, which is a masjid you're raised at, that's the one that you want to be a part of, right? Because that's what you know. That's how you were raised, right? And I think the questions that brothers really, really have to ask themselves, and even sisters, if they're, responsible for sisters, durus, and halaqat, is that, number one, do I want to get paid by this organization, right? And that opens up a huge wealth of issues and dilemmas, right? And I'm just saying this for somebody who's probably gone through this. You guys have gone through this. For somebody younger who's contemplating working for a masjid or a Muslim organization, is number one, do you want to make that your primary source of income?
I was just going to get to that.
Right?
Yeah. That.
And this, we're going to relate this back to what your brother is saying. I'm not changing the subject, but I just want you guys to think and see if I'm thinking correctly also, right? Number one is, do you want to make this your primary source of income? That's one issue on a worldly level, on a dunyawi level.